Okay.
You ready?
Get all your bad jokes.
Yeah.
All right. No bad joke. Good. Go.
All right, welcome back to the toothpaste podcast because I've talked about toothpaste for the last 2 weeks and I apologize, but I have another story after we're done with some introductions. So I'm your host, Max, and with me I have the same crew yet again.
Yeah, my name's what was my name again?
Pickle Rick.
I'm Pickle. I'm Pickle.
Jeff. I won't do it.
My name is Jeff.
Yes, there it is. Oh, we're funny.
Oh, we're in the big funny hours now.
Oh,
What's your
yeah.
name?
Markiplier.
What's your name? What's your
Mark
name?
Zuckerberg. My name's Jeff. Racetype, please sponsor this podcast. I'm trying to get Racetype to sponsor this podcast.
Say
guys.
your
Not
goddamn
Monterey.
names.
All right. Anyway, whose people's names?
My name is Lucas, because you haven't said your fucking name yet.
Okay, it's freaking Steve-O.
Oh,
Alright, there's
I'm
Steve.
I'm the local kindergartner. And
You're
Arnold
friendly-
Schwarzenegger?
Your friendly local hood? Your friendly
Local
local
teenagers?
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for PS4. Max, what are you selling all of your positions to buy a PS4?
Two of you still haven't said your name yet.
I said my name's Steve-O!
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay, Steve-O. I'm only referring to you as Steve-O, and people are going to have to look in the wiki
I'm a
to figure
special
out your
guest
real
on this
name.
podcast.
Oh, special guest Markiplier. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
It's me.
Anyway, toothpaste podcast. Tell the story, Max. I
So-
think I have a story to tell after that.
So
Right.
I was watching YouTube, as you do, and I actually have two things to talk about related to commercials, but I'll tell the toothpaste one first.
things?
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
So there's a Michael Phelps commercial, and it's like an unskippable one. It's like only like 8 seconds or something, and he's brushing his teeth, and he's like with no toothpaste, by the way. Like it's like maybe like a minimal amount of toothpaste, because like he can still speak, so like it's stupid.
Yeah.
But he's brushing his teeth, and he's like, you gotta turn off the faucet when you brush your teeth. But what kind of fucking animal leaves the faucet on? That's what I'm wondering. Because
There was a guy who lived next door to me last year who did that, and it was
Well, no.
really uncomfortable.
Yeah, my mom
Just
does
so
this thing where she
weird.
turns on the faucet and leaves it running the entire time she's brushing her teeth.
why would you do that?
I don't know.
Like I saw the
I
commercial.
turn it on
To
and
keep
And when she's done, she'll shut it off. And I don't get why. Drives me mad.
I
But
think it makes sense if you're brushing your teeth and then you gotta like spit some of it out mid brush. But like you can just turn it on for a
Just
split
turn- yeah,
second.
just
You
turn it
have
on.
two arms.
that's what I do.
Unless
you
turn it
don't,
on,
which I am
spin
very
into it,
sorry.
and turn it off.
Yeah, I saw the commercial and I'm like, what the hell? What kind of animal does this? But obviously a bunch of people do because they have the commercial about it. But that
I
I couldn't wrap my head around that. Like, what kind of monster? Just turn it off. Why do you need to hear that the whole
I'm just wondering
time?
why you cared so much about how little toothpaste he used, Max.
It's because but he was his mouth is not clean. This is the toothpaste podcast. I know a lot about toothpaste.
He's a
I'm
swimmer. He can open his mouth while he's practicing.
He's
And
nine, he's
Yeah,
9
that's
out
a
of
good
10
point.
dentists. We're recommending Oral B.
Call me 11 out of 10 dentists, because I agree. That's a BoJack reference.
See, what I do
Depression.
is I keep my sink on all the time just in case.
In case my house
Never
burns
anything to
down.
worry. Yeah.
my house will never burn down.
Yeah, my sink at least won't. That's for freaking sure.
So,
Yeah.
to
You
keep with
already
the
know.
theme of
Your house burns.
The
and there's like a
toothpaste
pile of ash
podcast.
in a running sink.
There's a light in the darkness. Sorry, go.
So, to keep with the theme, does anyone else have any toothpaste stories that they'd like to? Talk about-
So, this is a story from last year when I lived in dorms, because college boy. Anyway, so I forget what the circumstances leading up to it were. Anyway, I go to brush my teeth, and I have an electric toothbrush. It's a Grush actually. It's a gaming toothbrush, so
Oh,
it
yes, of
connects to my
course.
phone.
Intellectual.
With video games. Anyway, so
I
you
prefer
think I'm thinking
Tooth
about that?
Tunes.
Okay, I went to the Rochester Public Market the other day, and they had a bunch of not expired, like really old Justin Bieber's toothbrushes. Made me really uncomfortable. They're like 99 cents a piece. Anyway, so I go to brush my teeth, and if you know anything about using an electric toothbrush, you have to put the toothpaste on it, put it in your mouth, and then turn it on before you can start brushing your teeth, or else the toothpaste goes everywhere.
Yeah, it does.
Me-
You need to get the mirror all dirty, and then it's like impossible to clean up.
Well, yeah, exactly. But that happened. But like, I kept putting it on, like 5 times probably, and just splattering it everywhere all over the mirror. And I just thought
Fucking
I
moron.
forgot how to brush my teeth. Like 100% forgot how I thought how to brush the brush teeth. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, sorry. I struck out.
So you spilt toothpaste everywhere 5 times in a row because you didn't know how to use your own toothbrush?
5, 10, 20, 60. Yeah, you know. It was a lot,
That's
though.
insane.
There was a lot
Who
of
would ever
toothpaste.
do that?
Not Michael Phelps, because he uses very little toothpaste when he brushes his teeth, obviously.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and it
that's
wasn't
what
an
gets
electric
Michael Phelps.
toothpaste or toothbrush because otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear his voice. You'd just hear.
Okay, so I got a solution for you, Donnie. So next time you brush your teeth, stick your tongue out and squirt a bunch of toothpaste on your tongue.
Oh yeah, that works.
Then turn on the toothbrush and put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Then it flings the toothpaste all over the inside of your mouth, and bam, you can now say you got a cleaner mouth than Michael Phelps.
You see,
Don't
at
you
all
guys
times,
love that?
I have 3 packets of tiny bits of toothpaste sewed into my mouth at all times, just in case.
It's like Russian sleeper cells with
Yeah.
cyanide.
Yeah.
Feels
That's what I was gonna say.
I gotta replace them with 2.
You're at
yeah.
a restaurant on a date, and you're like, "Hold on, I gotta do this." You turn around, crack your tooth, and start brushing your teeth.
No, but
Crack your skull.
it's just a Mento or something. Because then you're just like, oh, I need to freshen up my breath, and then you just like lose one of your molars and chew it up.
You're like,
I forgot how to
you're
do
like-
it, so it's one of your like front teeth. So you just have like, and also you just like turn around, and you just are
And you're
missing a tooth.
Oh, what happened? What happened to your teeth? Oh, it's been like this the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. The next time you see them, you replaced it, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
It's like in that whatever movie, Dennis the Menace or whatever, when there's like the chiclets in the dude's mouth that looks stupid. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know. So, my second story about watching YouTube. Actually, this one was on Hulu today. I started watching Atlanta, the Donald Glover TV show.
I heard that's good. Yeah.
It's pretty good. I heard good things. I want to give it a shot. I'm like 3 episodes in. It's pretty good. But anyway,
How long are the episodes on average?
25 minutes.
Okay.
So half hour to watch them probably with ads and everything.
Bingeable.
Yeah, bingeable.
So one of the ads is for a new movie called First Man coming out. And from the name and also, of course,
Isn't that the president?
the trailer, no, it's
Yes.
about Neil Armstrong being the first man on the moon.
To
And
be president.
and everything in the in the commercials, like something about his kids and like, where's daddy going? Oh, he's going on a trip or whatever. His mom's like
And
all
our
worried,
favorite rocket
and then
ship.
He's going to get cigarettes on the moon.
and he's never coming back.
Sorry, sorry, keep going.
Moon
And-
tobacco.
They're all
Moon
worried
dip,
about
sorry.
they're all worried about him coming back, and it's just a whole thing. There's like some woman that yells like, "You boys need to something," I don't know, and they're like, and then Neil Armstrong's like, "We're not gonna fail," and then it was like, "We need to fail down here on the ground so we don't fail in space." He doesn't have that accent, but that's my Neil Armstrong voice. And as soon as I finished watching that commercial, I was like, "Oh, that looks like a pretty interesting movie." However, what about the second guy? What about the guy who was in the command module? I feel bad for my boy Buzz Aldrin for getting like 0 credit in this movie, and it's all about Neil Armstrong. And here's the thing, Neil Armstrong's fucking dead, but you know who isn't dead? Buzz Aldrin. So now he has to watch this movie come out, and here's the kicker. Buzz Aldrin, okay, I was thinking, I didn't look it up, so let me look it up. Buzz Aldrin is old as shit, right? He is 88 years old. So, like...
Wow, he could be a piano.
I don't mean... I don't mean to be, like, rude or like sad, but, like, he's 88. Like, he's gonna die soon. So
Yeah.
I started thinking about why would they make this movie right now? Because he's still alive, and what if he dies before it comes out? And
My guess is probably like something with the rights of the movie.
my prediction
Maybe.
right now, and I don't want it to happen because Buzz Aldrin's my guy, but I predict that Buzz Aldrin is going to die a week before the Neil Armstrong movie comes out.
Oh.
And then they're going to have to retroactively say it's dedicated to him, even though the movie's fucking probably going to shit on his dick.
They're gonna put it in like Windows.
Yeah, and then
Movie
we're gonna
Maker
have an
font.
FBI investigation when that actually happens because we are on record right now saying that you were going to kill Buzz Aldrin.
I never
going
said
to
I was
kill
gonna
him in
kill
real.
him. He's my guy. But
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, Max.
so I'm just worried about it, like, because you know, like, he was also on the moon first. Like, he was like, sure, he's the second guy, but still, like, that's insane. He was still on the mission. So why don't they just make this movie and tailor it just a little bit differently to not be about Neil Armstrong, but rather just all of Apollo 11?
He sounds like a Luigi
see-
to Mario, like, or something kind of situation.
Yeah, I
but
feel
Luigi
bad for
also
Buzz
has screwed
Aldrin.
up
Except
views
Luigi
on,
is actually dead.
Yeah, Luigi died in real.
Yeah, Luigi's dead as opposed to Neil Armstrong. It's a difference.
See,
Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin's cool because he's the first person to play first person to play golf on a different planet.
And it's
A lot of people can't say
Yeah.
that.
Oh, by the way, Neil Armstrong is played by Ryan Gosling. Thought I'd point that out there.
Oh,
And
Drive.
so-
Okay.
The movie,
So it's Blade Runner Moon Edition.
yes. So the movie's coming out October 12th.
He's gonna wear the scorpion jacket on the moon. Yeah. You
So
guys don't
I
get that,
hope
but
I'm
everyone back home will.
I hope I'm wrong, and Buzz Aldrin does not pass away. However, I think it's going to be funny to see the media scramble and whoever's producing it scramble, because the guy that they are basically shafting, I feel like, for this movie. I don't know. I just felt bad about it. But
Do you
that's
think they
my
brushed
second
their teeth
commercial
on the
story.
moon? Do you think they brushed their teeth and how much? and how
They
much
they
teeth-
give
how much
they give
teeth
it
they
a few
eat?
cheat days when they're
Well,
Okay.
How- I
Cheat
mean-
days. It's like a diet. It's oral hygiene. Vermin Supreme would not be happy with you.
Oh, Vermin Supreme. I forgot about him.
Boot
Yeah, the oral and moral decay of this country. Too much.
Well, so that's kind of a good question about them brushing their teeth. Not to bring it back to the fucking. Oh my god.
This is the toothpaste podcast.
Oh, this is the Oi podcast, by the way. I don't think we ever said the actual name of it.
Keep going, fellas. Give
We
me a
gotta
hot
change the
minute.
channel name quick.
So,
Keep going though. I'll be back.
the mission duration of Apollo 11 was 8 days, 3 hours, 18 minutes, and 35 seconds. I don't know why they had to be that exact, but, they probably didn't brush their teeth that whole time because, they gotta cut down on weight. They don't want to
There
bring
he is.
toothpaste and toothbrushes unless you want to be like Michael Phelps and all have like not even like half of a Taco Bell sauce packet full of toothpaste.
Are you
Also,
implying
apologies.
you don't buy your toothpaste from Taco Bell?
I don't. I do not brush my teeth with fire sauce in the morning. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Yeah,
Apologies,
but-
fellas. I don't know. My internet was going really good. So I just updated Discord and it took a millisecond.
No,
My
you're fine.
phone fell.
Don't worry about it.
So, since we're talking about the moon, you know what's friggin' crazy? I just saw the thing about
The moon.
about how the Japanese billionaire is going to be the first commercial passenger to the moon.
I saw that as well.
That's
No shit.
insane. Like, because we went from not that long ago. What, like
Honestly,
50 years ago?
50, yeah,
Honestly,
like 50 years ago.
the guy's kind of dead weight. I understand it's like a touristy thing, but I don't know. To go to the moon, that's kind of lame.
Yeah,
like we-
go somewhere farther. Go to Neptune or something.
Yeah, why don't you go
Yeah.
land on Pluto? Pluto needs some. credit.
How about this? Better idea. I'll visit Uranus.
Come on, do they have Space Mountain on the moon? Sponsor us, Disney.
Yeah, who's their next
that's
sponsor?
a better idea.
Yeah, they should make Space
for
Mountain
that
connect
money,
to space.
You can just start a new competing park, or just open in the Epcot. Just open a country called like Moonland.
It's called the the only amusement park that's on the fucking moon, so there's appeal because it's on the fucking moon.
There's not even a roller coaster.
Yeah, once
Like
two
those really
opens up,
shitty
it's
roller
fucked.
coaster tycoon parks you'd make with like just a bunch of like really just dangerous attractions that just kill people,
Like
but you
that
just
scene,
trap people in there.
like that scene
But you
from
make a bunch of
Sealand
money.
where it's all made out of like wood and old barrels.
Or BoJack Horseman when Todd makes Disneyland.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And there's a grease fire as one of the attractions.
I'm a big fan of
I
when
don't-
he of the like the zombie clown workout routine thing. It's so stupid. I love
just
it.
think Todd Chavez is a gift to humanity.
Todd Chavez is a sweetheart, and nobody's done anything to deserve him.
Yeah.
Okay, so to bring it back to the moon real quick, I wanted to find this stat because I read about it a while ago, but I wanted to talk about it. So, well, quick trivia question: what was the landing module's code name on Apollo 11?
Apollo 12. I can hear the tick.
Furiously
No,
typing.
you didn't.
Oh, let me think about this real quick.
I guarantee it, as soon as somebody says it, you'll know what it means, or you'll get the reference. But so the EVA time on the surface of the moon for Apollo, what?
LEM.
It
the
was
lunar module pronounced.
It wasn't Luna 1?
It's LM5
Oh,
for
no.
1, and also it's the Eagle. The Eagle has landed.
Yeah, Patriots.
Oh yeah,
Get
it's
it?
like the Eagle.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Yeah.
Okay, so they were on the moon for 2 hours, and then Apollo 12 was on the moon for almost 8 hours, and then Apollo 13, like, they had to fucking orbit around the moon and slingshot themselves back to Earth, and somehow they didn't die. And then somebody made a movie about them landing on the moon, but then there's fucking aliens. I don't know, makes no sense. It's so stupid. But then 9 hours for Apollo 14. 15 was 18 hours. So they went from 9 to 18 hours. They doubled it, and then 20 hours, and then 22 hours, and
then 23, 24,
and
25.
the samples that they brought back kept getting bigger and bigger. But so it makes sense for them to take more time. But like that's like 22 hours on the moon. Can you imagine that?
And there's not a whole lot to do.
Like,
I mean,
all
You
they're
can play
doing,
golf.
there
well,
is.
they're just collecting rocks,
that's
and
right.
then at an exact time they have to be back on it, and then right back up and try to get back. It's
What
so
time do
crazy.
they
So-
sleep during that?
So
They
I don't think they do.
They
They
must
don't
not.
sleep
Probably
20
shifts
hours.
or
They
something.
sleep on the way there.
Yeah. Well,
That's a
so
good point.
I would be the worst astronaut because I mean, Max and Don, you know this, but I'm really good at getting to a place like a minute late or later sometimes
Yes,
for work.
You really are.
I always get there exactly a minute late, and it makes me really upset.
No matter what
I
you
would be the worst astronaut. They'd be like, "All right, you got to be back on the lander exactly this time." We'd be like, "Yeah, I got you.
Well, yeah, Andy. 'Cause
And
it's
I'd
like,
be walking up, and it would be gone.
well, no, because your thing is like you're like even if you leave early in your head, Andy, you're like, oh, I got some extra time. I can take, I'll enjoy the ride there, and then you're like,
The scenic
fuck,
route.
I'm late.
No. Okay, to me, enjoying the ride is driving fast. So
No, but you take
it's-
more roads.
Yes, but you're in the moon.
I can't really take more roads to get there. How am I gonna take more roads? I'd have to drive to like.
You're on the dark
Maybe.
side of the moon. Get it?
Gotta
In
go
Pink
through the
Floyd.
inner- Oh, music.
Oh, I get it.
Wow, I'm gonna go see
Oh,
the Nazis.
I'm not
on
like
the dark
most
side of the
girls.
moon.
What?
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 So anyway, 22 hours on the moon.
Lame podcast people say what?
Fuck
Okay,
yourself.
that wasn't
Okay,
funny.
moving
And
on.
then for 30 more minutes, no one said anything. Thank you for our podcast.
Yeah, what if we just ended it like that?
No,
What if-
we
what
don't
if that
end it,
was
we
the
just
end?
leave
20
it
minutes
going
in,
for
not
that
even?
because nobody wants to be that.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Max?
I
Something
just-
about moon shit?
No, I'm done talking
Me
about
too.
the lunar missions, the lunar excursions, and
Well, I was
move
I was
on.
gonna double back to the movie thing and how I said like they probably made it just because like they were afraid someone was gonna take the rights to a movie. It's like how the reason the Queen movie's coming out right now, or the Freddie Mercury movie's coming out right now, is because like Queen was really afraid of like people taking the rights to it and doing a really shitty job at it, and
Oh,
that's
okay.
why it's coming out now. Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. When you first
Yeah.
said Queen movie, I thought somebody was making a movie about the Queen, like of England.
No. I mean, Freddie
I-
Mercury is my queen. Yas, slay.
I'll
I
kill
mean-
you.
I'd watch.
Fuck off.
I'd watch a movie about Queen of England right now because she's pretty cool and she's like old as crap. It's pretty cool. She's a nice lady. She's interesting.
Is it possible to be a young queen?
Yes, she was a young
Yes.
queen,
Beyonce.
but now she's old.
We're talking about young with a U here.
young
No,
queen.
it was allowed.
Young Queen, new SoundCloud rapper.
Young
coming in
Queen.
hot.
That sounds like a political cartoon joke.
Just like singing about like denters and shit. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Yo,
So-
I'm the queen, and I'm here to say, don't do drugs and eat your hay. Yeah, you're a horse. Yeah, I know. Horses are cool.
Back
This
in
is...
the 90s.
All right,
We're going back.
All right,
Sorry,
Welcome to the
I'm the
BoJack Horseman podcast.
all right. I'm cutting all of that.
Is
All right.
BoJack real?
Noted. Timestamp 2106. Got it. All right.
What? No, Max.
Okay,
a
moving
rat.
on. Just kidding. So in our little messages we have, do we want to talk about the TV show thing, or no?
What are we
Sure,
talking
why
about?
Or
Oh, yeah.
or Lucas, do you want to? What's the lunchbox thing? Let's talk about the lunchbox.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. I had this. Noah brought this up at work. You got any lunchbox? Which one would you have?
Yeah, like, you know, like the
Anyone.
1950s, like, metal lunchboxes, you know
Yeah,
those?
to start off, I would get a wacky racist lunchbox. A
You
tin
say
one,
wacky racist?
Yeah, God.
Races.
Yes.
Races.
I thought I said racist too.
I
And I
said
was like,
Definitely said
uh,
races.
Wacky race site.
No.
Race site.
You know, the one with Dick Dastardly and
Yeah.
Muttley?
I want
oh,
race
God.
site to notice us.
You didn't answer the question.
I'm trying to think of what lunchbox I would want.
I mean, I would say probably something Scooby Doo.
There you
Okay.
go. Classic
I'd say
solving
something
mysteries
Scooby-Doo.
thing.
I actually had a Scooby Doo lunchbox as a kid. It looked like the Mystery Machine.
Wow.
There you go.
You keep
But I'd have one of the
Scooby-Doo
old
fruit
ones.
snacks in it?
wait,
didn't.
question.
Question.
Because it's kind of similar shape, can I just bring a toaster to school?
No,
No.
Oh. Well, because
I said
that way I
lunchbox,
can just
not
No,
make
because-
toaster
no,
strudels.
because what if you're in the bathtub at school and then somebody comes with your lunchbox, plugs it in, and then throws it in the bathtub with you?
What if
you're
the
dead.
question
Then-
was what
then I'll be
lunchbox
warm.
and not what toaster?
Okay, I would have to say for my lunchbox, I would go with Flintstones.
Flintstone.
Flintstones.
Wait. Land Before Time.
Land of the Lost, you mean?
Alright.
No,
Uh,
oh.
Wait, hold on. New answer. I just Googled most expensive tin lunchbox, and immediately I see a Supreme one. I'm gonna take the Supreme one.
Link it.
All of us have 50s cartoons. And you're gonna bring your Supreme crowbar to school.
I'm gonna put it
the
in
Supreme
the foyer.
Anime Body Pillow.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Or can I
Oh,
get
it's
one
on
with the
StockX,
Goonies?
Max. Okay.
Dick Dastardly Body Pillow. Sorry, you were saying it.
Well, that's just the link that it gave me.
Can I get one with the Goonies on it?
Ooh,
It's
that'd
not
be a good one.
50s, but
I mean, that's,
Actually, it should
yeah.
be.
I mean, not quite the right era, of course, but yeah,
It's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
got that charm.
that'd be a cool one.
yeah, it's got the charm.
I want a Goonies
just-
pinball machine, real bad.
Oh no,
I've seen a few of them. They're pretty dope.
I want to get a pinball machine, real bad. I love pinball machines.
I
So
want to
one of
fix
us
the one
speedball
at the
machine.
arcade.
Is Simpsons still
Yeah.
broken?
It
Yeah.
breaks all the time.
Of course.
Again?
Really?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
yeah, it breaks
have-
all the time.
Yeah, we're getting ours back. I'm not sure if my dad went to pick it up yet, but a friend of ours has ours.
For
But it's like a
for context, the arcade that three of us work at, Donnie, Andy, and I,
Not me.
there's a Simpsons party time or something like that,
I think it's just called Simpsons Party.
or Simpsons something party. I thought.
think it's
I don't know.
Simpsons Pinball Party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Simpsons Pinball
Yeah.
Party. Yeah. So it's like one of the most complicated rule sets of any pinball game ever.
It is
And
friggin' complex as hell.
and I was reading the manual on it. It's pretty insane, the order, like the different order. You can do the same 3 actions but in all different orders, and they'll do different things. It's crazy. But 2 of the flippers are just not working.
They're always shot.
Yeah, the
But it's
bottom
also
right
older
one just
shit.
doesn't shoot it correctly, and then there's the third one on the right that's up in the living room area just straight up doesn't work, so it's impossible to get the multi-ball, and it's really annoying.
Yeah.
And we want to fix it, but we can't.
Anyway,
Also, there's
speaking
only
Simpsons
6,000
TV.
machines.
Simpsons TV show video game.
Donkey.
So
Hot
we
Wheels
were
racing.
Yeah,
having,
Ducky, please
we
sponsor
were
us.
having a big talk about TV shows, and we're gonna segue it. We're the best at segues. Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
family simp,
Oh, the
how
best.
about laugh tracks? Who needs them? Because there aren't a lot of shows now that are good for laugh tracks, and they become the most awkward thing ever in television.
Hey
The
Max, can you
intro-
put in a laugh track in when Lucas said who needs them?
Can you put a cry laugh track, a boo laugh track for everything I say so you can't hear me? Because my opinion is not like no. TV shows, a good TV show that's funny doesn't need a laugh track because a natural conversation doesn't have pauses in it, is the thing.
For
You see-
example, The Office.
Yes, go. You were talking about The Office. Do your thing with that.
Yeah, well, it's not a regular 3-camera sitcom. Which, to explain a 3-camera sitcom, you ever watched iCarly or Full House or The Big Bang
Any
Theory
Nickelodeon
or
TV show.
Any
Friends
Dan
or
Schneider
literally
show.
I
anything?
saw a guy today that looked like Craig from
Seinfeld
Drake and
even,
Josh.
for a lot of it.
Good.
You mean Jerry
Yeah.
Trainer?
No,
No,
Craig.
Craig.
One
Something.
of Craig and Eric, the nerds.
Oh, Craig and Eric, the nerds.
Oh,
Okay,
that's my favorite
Yeah.
Adult Swim show.
sorry.
One of them looked like this guy. I just was at a concert, and the guitarist looked like Craig.
When you said Craig, I thought you meant
Right.
my old roommate. Anyway, moving on.
Don't worry, we're not.
If Craig, you're listening to this, I hope you're doing well. You were a great roommate, I have to say, and that's all. Moving on. Anyway, a 3-camera sitcom is just they have the set, and then they just have usually a wide shot, and then 2 cameras, one on either person talking in conversation. Whereas The Office is like a mockumentary basically, and it's all handheld, and it's all pretty like put together like that, and it's just different.
It's stylized, yeah.
Yeah, so with a 3-camera sitcom, it can be filmed in front of a live audience, so sometimes the laugh track makes sense, but it gets really tiresome after a while, especially in something like The Big Bang Theory, which the 4 of us have never really loved.
I liked it the first 4 seasons,
Yeah,
but then again,
I
I was
liked
also
it when it
in
was
middle
new.
school.
It's
I was
just.
in middle school.
Oh yeah, you used to have a
reference
Bazinga
things.
shirt.
You did. You had a
Yeah.
knock knock penny shirt.
I did. I
Yeah.
stopped wearing that once I got to high school, and I realized it was a terrible show.
Once you started thinking and being a
Big
human
brain
being.
think.
Big Rick Mort. Yeah. So so The Simpsons. The Simpsons, the first couple seasons, about 3 to 7. I've watched only bits and pieces because I don't have a good way of watching it streaming. I should take advantage of the illegal sites. Anyways, it's
Don't
well,
admit to
FBI's
that.
coming to your door, buddy.
no, well, they've been watching me for years. I can wait a few more. Anyways, The Simpsons seasons 3 to 7 were incredible with their jokes. They always had jokes that would one up each other and just seem like regular conversation. Change your expectations with every other second that it was going on. There is a video by a YouTuber named, I think, Super Eye Patch Wolf or something, who made an analysis
name.
of how The Simpsons. Anyways, he I lost track now. No, talking about the difference between the new Simpsons and the old Simpsons and how they are 2 entirely different shows that function very differently from each other. So basically, the old Simpsons again, one-upping jokes, and the new Simpsons basically have these bare bones basic jokes that have these characters that only function to do one thing and one thing only, have this one trait, and all the jokes end with like you could potentially put a laugh track there, meaning like, oh, it's kind of funny, but they only put it there so like there's time for you to laugh, and then it keeps going.
Well, it's almost like it's a all the characters are like tropes. They're all stereotypes.
Yeah.
Homer used to be someone that would have a bunch of traits, and like, although like he was dumb, he meant well. Now he's just a dumbass who decides to become the
Don't
president and
be
start boxing.
Oh,
He's turned more and more into Peter Griffin every single
I was
time.
just about
It's
to say
awful.
that.
Yeah.
It's the Oi
So-
podcast.
So there's one part that he mentions in his video, the Super Patch Wolf guy. A scene with a street sweeper at the bike, with Bart's bike. I forget exactly what happens, but I think Bart has a run of bad luck, and like he keeps thinking, how could this day get any worse? And the street sweeper comes while he's on his bike. He jumps off his bike to not, die from the street sweeper, and then it eats up his bike and shoots it out. So the first joke, well, hold on, let me explain the whole thing. Sorry, that it spits it out. So the bike looks fine. Then he gets on the bike and it starts falling apart piece by piece. Then the street sweeper guy looks back and laughs maniacally. And then he runs away, him on the street sweeper, like drives away into like a subway, which wouldn't work because it's a street sweeper going to a subway. So what happens there is a series of multiple jokes happening at once. One with like Bart going, how can things get any worse? And it does, but then it turns out they don't because the bike is in fine shape. But then it turns out it is actually bad because it all falls apart. Then the street sweeper guy seems to like make a joke where it seems like he's in on it, and then it also further does your whatever with your expectations, skews it, like where he goes away into the subway, and it's a whole genius thing. And now all we have on The Simpsons is Lisa making jokes about Lady Gaga, and it's awful.
I play the
Hey.
baritone saxophone.
So
My name's Lisa.
I'm gonna stop
Simpson.
talking for 10 minutes because I need to get that off my chest about how awful The Simpsons
Well,
has become.
similar to that same street sweeper scene where it's just joke after joke. There's a video that everyone should check out by Drew Gooden called "Efficiency in Comedy," and it's about Friends versus The Office, and it talks about like jokes per minute. And he like
JPM for all you cool mathematical people.
And he talks about it's the episode after Stanley has a heart attack and they're getting CPR training and stuff. And he analyzes the best scene of The Office ever, in my opinion, which is when they're having CPR training and like it even starts out with just Michael being an absolute freaking asshole and like, oh, I can do this. This is no problem. And then he starts like, instead of, they're like, oh, just like do chest compressions to the beat of Staying Alive. And then he just goes, first I was afraid, I was petrified. And he starts doing the slow version. And it's like so stupid. And I love it. But then
and they all start singing.
And yeah, they all start singing. They all start dancing. And then Dwight's like, now we got to harvest the organs. And then starts cutting open the freaking CPR dummy. And then tears off the face and puts it on his face like a freaking serial killer. Turns around and is like, hello, Clarice. And it's like fucking weird.
That kind of stuff is incredible because it shows off all of their personalities and tropes without turning them into a trope. And it's constantly stuff happening all at once.
It's so fast. And it's all so quick. It's great.
That's why I think I've noticed the shows I like are either shows that completely don't acknowledge that they're a show or shows that do completely acknowledge their shows. For example, like The Office completely acknowledges it's like a mockumentary because they take the characters aside to talk to the camera.
Right. It's a mockumentary.
It's like
part what makes it funny.
They're looking to the camera.
Community is the most meta show you'll ever watch.
Oh yeah, because they don't.
Yeah,
they don't exactly say that it's a TV show, but like
Abed's
Abed constantly breaks the fourth wall, and it's great.
The darkest timeline
6 seasons in a movie.
6 seasons in a movie. No, but my 2 cents I'll throw in with laugh tracks and stuff is so Seinfeld used laugh tracks, but Seinfeld did it right because it wasn't after every single joke that there was a laugh track. And a big part of the laugh tracks was the fact that Jerry's a stand-up comedian, and like the show was about him being a friggin' comedian. But to show you how bad like The Big Bang Theory is with laugh tracks, like sometimes it's nonstop. So there's a video out there. Look it up, everybody. It's called The Big Bang Theory, but all the laughing is replaced with loud screaming. No. And when it's something as incessant as that, you just notice how friggin' excessive it is because literally it's just like bam, say something, bam, say something, and like they don't have time to keep talking in between the jokes because there's just too much laugh track.
Yeah, but you can get the same effect by taking out the laugh track and just listening to the awkward silence, and then it doesn't make any sense. In
the screaming part kind of acknowledges that it's more just putting a sound in between jokes. Yeah,
I mean, but the awkward silence makes it funny. To me.
No, but the loud screaming, I think, just shows you how excessive it is. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, the pause makes it also really awkward and weird. But I think the screaming just shows you, like, how bad it truly is.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my take on it. This has been the Oi Podcast. My name's Donnie. Here's an outro.
A Big Bang Theory.
We're not done yet.
Thanks for watching.
Anthony Fantano, please sponsor this.
Oithany Pod.
Guys, we need to mention Shoenice so that way he can comment with all 25 of his friggin' accounts.
This one's named the Shoenice episode.
I love Shoenice.
For no reason. We're not going to talk about him anymore.
All right, yeah. We're talking about Shoenice now.
Guys, can we do a podcast slam?
So the first time I learned about Shoenice,
Oh, we're
We
doing
were
this.
at your
Okay.
house, right?
we were at my house.
We were eating
and
breakfast, right?
Yeah, we were. I think we were eating breakfast.
We were eating breakfast. It came up because I brought eggs to your house.
Yeah, and Thomas started talking about this guy who just eats raw eggs and slams vodka. And we're like, all right, well, we got to see this.
I had
So
known
you-
about him. I was like, yeah, it's the guy that also ate 57 SpongeBob stickers in an alley.
57 SpongeBob stickers in an alley.
Yeah,
Well,
so like,
wait.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
didn't we watch him?
yeah,
and then
we were
that one
in
time
my
we slept
living
over?
room, and we were just all crowded around Thomas's phone, and we were watching it.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I saw it, was when he brought it up. And yeah, you knew about it, Donnie. And
yeah,
and
I
so
know about him for years.
yeah, so we started watching, and it's so stupid. And then we all like just started watching his videos and sharing them back and forth, just like, because he has so many videos. He put out like 6 a day, so much so that YouTube was like, dude, stop. You're filling
got
up all of
multiple
our hard
accounts,
drive.
like,
Yeah, don't forget his
Don't
7
make accounts.
accounts. That's probably too few. Like,
Yeah, and then
Those are just the ones he posts on, too. The other
And
ones
then-
he just comments with.
and then he made an ASMR account, and in the one ASMR video, he can't keep a straight face, and he just keeps laughing. It's so
I remember
stupid.
there was one part, like, because I followed him, like, I had him on Snapchat. I friended the dude on Facebook. It was crazy.
Oh yeah,
And-
yeah, but his Facebook account got deleted because he had like 4
Yeah.
billion friends.
Yeah, but the thing was, like, I remember at one point he started doing, like, really edgy things and moved to Live Leak and just kept posting about how much he liked Live Leak over YouTube.
Oh yeah,
But I don't think Live Leak has monetization.
Live Leak is
So-
also full of like ISIS executions. Like, it's
yeah,
not where you put normal
exactly.
stuff.
He
And there was one video where he like slammed a half gallon of vodka and then like passed out and was just like passed out on camera for like 20 minutes before
God.
he came to and finally shut off the video.
That's perfect for Live Leak. I'll tell you what. Yeah.
he also on Snapchat at one point he was showing off a website that I visited just to see what it was about, but it literally looked like old YouTube, like probably, I don't know, 2010 era YouTube, with like, remember
Right.
the channels used to be able to do the whole art behind it and
Yeah.
everything like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and then like
On
the
the
sides
sides,
had
yeah.
like
I
had like
missed that, yeah.
who was subscribed to them and everything, and it was crazy, but it literally looked exactly like that. So it was like a bunch of nostalgia flooded back. It was weird. But I don't think there was
Yeah,
any
I'm sad.
monetization on there either, because like it was an unknown website, so it's like it's not gonna do much for him. But he was saying like, oh, I'm moving all my videos over there because they're not gonna take anything down. So it was like the same thing with Live League, but with just a different website now.
Talk about the fact that Shoenice did his McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese eating record dressed up as Marge Simpson.
Dude, I love that man.
Yeah, bring it back. We should have done. We should
he
have done
has,
talking
like-
about the Simpsons transition to Shoenice.
He has an unspoken it's not really a feud, but it's kind of a feud with H3H3, which
No,
is
It's
really
not
he's
even
funny.
a feud. It's like
It's
It's
a
just him
one-sided
being-
fugue.
It's him making anti-Semitic remarks, hoping he'll get noticed.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
keeps
And
calling out
did.
H3, hoping H3 makes a video about him, but he just hasn't done it. And then on one of H3's podcasts, he's like, Shoenice is a gem. I love that guy. And it was just like a throwaway comment. So like he acknowledged that he knows exactly who he is, but he's not gonna do anything about it.
Silently
No, and then-
acknowledges. Yeah.
No, but then the next episode of the podcast, they showed Shoenice commented like 70 times in this
Yeah.
one thread, all with different accounts, and that's what I want. I want that on this podcast. And then he's like, and then Ethan was like, "Yeah, let's have Shoenice on this podcast." So now they like Shoenice.
Remember
I think-
remember the custom messages that he would send you on Snapchat?
Yeah, dude, he sang me a song.
Yeah, he would sing you
because-
songs. He just
Yeah, he
posted
sang
on.
me that song about how I smoke a lot of weed, even though I don't smoke weed. It was just because my name on Snapchat at the time was Doob, because that's what all my friends in high school called me. And it's like a shortened version of my last name, has nothing to do with drugs. And so he was like, his name is Doom, and that's all he smokes. He smokes a lot of weed. Thank you. And just ended like that.
Yeah, he would just post, and he was like a roofer or something at the time, and he'd just post, and he's like, I'm on my lunch break, sitting in my car, swipe up
Smoking weed.
Swipe up if you want me to sing you a song. And then you'd just be like, please sing to me, Shoenice. And then he would just he sang me one, and he literally like I could tell he didn't plan for it at all, and he just goes, Max. Oh fuck!
Oh yeah,
I forgot he sang anything.
He like,
and then he would do fan signs where he'd
So bad.
do his signature out on Snapchat.
yeah,
Remember when he sold his
he just sent
signature
you a
on X?
Snapchat of him writing
Yes.
Shoenice. I love that guy. He's bless his heart.
He needs something more than a blessing, Max.
Yeah, he needs help, but at the same
He
time,
needs
not really.
Jesus.
He's okay. He's doing good for himself. He's
So
fine.
just to give you guys a thing about how the podcast is going, I am currently promoting the podcast on Tinder. I just spam swipe right on people, and the first thing I do is I just message them and I just say, check out my podcast and link them to the first episode.
Yeah, you also have something
I'm-
about your old audio equipment or something. And
Yeah, no.
somebody messaged you and was like, "Hey, tell me about your stereo equipment." And then you just been like, "Or you could check out the podcast."
In my bio it says talk about I was ask about my vintage stereo equipment because I collect vintage stereo equipment because I'm a fucking hipster. But anyway, and so I was like, I'm like, yeah, shit. Or you could check it out. And then this one girl, it also in my bio says I hate Vines. That's for next episode. I'll talk about my hatred of Vines.
Oh,
Next episode. That's a full hour length.
and
So.
then we got 30,000 dislikes.
Yeah, and that's
So-
when we disable ratings.
So-
Anyway, so this girl was like, "What? You don't even like Vines? That's weird." And I'm like, "Yeah, who needs Vines when you've got a dope podcast?" And then I just linked it to her.
Yeah, so the first girl, she said, "Tell me about your vintage stereo equipment," and you said, "Or you could check out my podcast," and just linked to the first episode. And she said, "Are you just on Tinder to promote your podcast?" And you said, "Currently, yes." And she said, "Unfortunately, because you're cute." And Donnie said, "Yeah, but my friends and I are fucking hilarious."
Oh my God, I remember
That's what it is.
Real homie hours.
And then
Real
the
homie. You don't kiss your homies goodnight. You're a fucking weeb.
the one
Yeah.
that talked about the vines quoted a vine quoted but
She
referenced
was
a
like,
vine.
"Donnie, you're 19 and you never learned how to fucking like Vines or something like
Yeah,
that."
she said, "You're Noah, you're 19 and you never fucking learned how to enjoy vines." Which
Yeah.
was good. And you said, "Who needs vines when you've got an up and coming podcast?" And then linked it.
I don't think she replied to me.
No, she didn't.
I don't get a lot of replies on it, but it's all that matters. As long as we're getting out there,
Someone
I
will
feel
say,
like it's
"Hey, they were
something.
talking about this."
We're too poor to
podcast," and then-
we're too poor to do reach on Facebook. You know, we don't even have a Facebook account for this.
Well, yeah, no, it's too late to make a Facebook account. If anything, we gotta make
A live
like
leak
a
account.
subreddit or
MySpace.
something.
Don't we have a Facebook with
MySpace.
you, me, and Sam, Noah, and it's just a B movie we haven't posted since 2014 or
Yeah.
something?
It's called You Like
Sam
Jazz.
started that.
Yeah.
Supposedly, there's still like a couple million users on MySpace.
Yeah, no, because it's all
Surprising.
music. It's like
Yeah.
up and coming indie artists who have really bad demo tapes that they put on there.
Dead
Yeah,
on
there's
a
people that
media.
still love it.
Well, we don't need a Facebook page because Facebook page is for old people, and we don't want old people listening to this because then they'll
Hey,
be like,
Oh,
that
boy.
that one guy is thinking about.
They would
the-
probably take off a year of their life every second they listen to this.
yeah,
Shut the fuck
for
up,
one they'll lose
boomer.
faith for the next generation.
We got
but
a bunch of
also-
Zoomers in this podcast.
Old people are our parents.
What do you mean by
Okay,
that?
Max, you don't be too
Except
mean.
for my parents.
I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, if we promote this podcast on Facebook, the majority of people who are
Oh,
going to
yeah.
see it are parents.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really.
Ooh, our old teachers that we're friends with now.
Or that.
Oh,
Yeah, they'll see how
Yeah.
successful.
Can we get
we are.
Mr. Groves?
Claire, he has a podcast.
I know.
He
That's
has.
why I want him
Check out-
back.
Check out the Fish Nerds podcast if you don't. Tell him freaking Don. Actually, don't tell him Donnie because he doesn't know me as Donnie. But anyway, just tell him the boys sent you.
Noah.
What? Yeah, Noah.
I'm
That's my
saying
name.
tell him Noah.
You couldn't think of your own name.
Dude, I forget everything.
I've lost my identity. So many people have called me that so much.
You
No,
think of
but
your own name.
seriously, check out the Fish Nerds podcast because Clay Groves is a freaking treasure. He on Facebook he just posts all the time about how much he thinks flat earthers are idiots, and I love it. I love it.
You think Lady Gaga forgot her own name because of how much people have called her that? I'm just thinking about how you forgot what your own name was for a second.
Lucas, it's
And
been a
anyone
long
like
day.
that.
It's 11:29 p.m. You know what that means? Pizza
That means-
time.
Pizza time.
I had a pizza earlier.
I did not. I had a waffle.
poutine.
Everyone keeps ordering pizza because here where I am, because there's Domino's and it's there.
Domino's doesn't deliver to my house.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's kind of annoying. So
Yeah, they will deliver to the complex we live in.
yeah, because
but
Donnie
not
and I used
the
to live.
house.
Is it
Yeah, because
gated?
Donnie and I used to live on campus last year, and every single place in the town delivers there. But our complex is
city.
maybe like 3 minutes from the school. It's a
Right.
super short drive.
Yeah,
But our house inside the complex maybe like another 5 minutes or something.
not even.
Or no, sorry, I mean another 2 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like inside the complex.
Yeah, so it's 5 minutes total to drive
Yeah,
to our
yeah.
house.
And so, but they will not deliver here. So if you actually, that's not true. Some places do, but like
Yeah,
only like
local pizza place
25%
does.
of the places that deliver to the college deliver here, and it's real obnoxious.
So do they
Because-
just not want to drive into the complex? That's all it is.
I think it's just barely far enough where,
It's
It's on the
technically
limit.
outside their range.
yeah, because the
Ah.
school is kind of near the outside of their range. Because the school's not really in like this, not really in the center of the town where all these places are. It's kind of on the outskirts.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe 5-10 minutes to those places from the school. So I
Yeah.
think the extra, because the drive from the school to here is pretty much like secondary roads. They're not
Yeah,
like
back streets.
fast moving roads.
But the thing is, like, I ordered a desk from friggin' IKEA, and the courier service literally backed the truck up to my front door. Literally, it went over the sidewalk to my goddamn front door, and I moved the table in maybe 5 feet to get it into my house.
That's pretty dope.
God bless you.
It was really nice. It was raining. It was really nice.
Oh, sweethearts.
Oh, okay, sweaty.
So
You know.
yeah, I thought it would be nice living in the city for delivery stuff because of course where we live back at home, delivery doesn't really exist. At least where
There's
I
two
live, it's
places.
just far enough
Everywhere
away.
is the wood.
Yeah.
Max and I live close enough into town that we could
Yeah,
deliver,
I'm
but
just far enough away where they don't do it. But no, it's pretty much the same thing here.
But to be fair, it's also a lot shorter drive, if anything. Like when
Oh,
we
yeah,
get
it's a
Chinese
way
food,
shorter
like when
drive.
my roommates and I get Chinese food, we just drive in and get it. It's
Oh
that-
yeah,
Also, they have
It's
this
short
giant
enough.
ass fish like the size of my arm at the Chinese place. It's crazy. I gotta show you sometime, Andy. It's whack.
good. What Chinese
Not
place? I've
anyone-
never.
Um,
I only go to the place on campus.
Yeah, which I had with you earlier. Anyway,
That is correct.
topics. Just
We should be wrapping it up pretty soonish.
wrap it
Topic.
before you
What
tap
if
it.
we didn't do anything and ended the podcast?
Well, podcast episode idea. We all sit here just kind of going about our normal day.
Don't forget episode 20
the
where
lore.
we all just cough and start muttering a little bit for 45 minutes.
Okay, where's the notes? Episode.
I was gonna make a joke saying episode like 30 million, but now I was thinking in my head, we should do it.
Did we
We'll
mention
have-
to everyone that we got renewed for a third season?
Yeah, guys,
Oh
don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah. We're back for the third season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
We're-
did not get Dan Harmon to produce this one.
Yeah, we're hoping Dan Schneider actually is gonna be able to renew us
Yo.
for our fourth season, but I heard he might be going to jail or something. So I don't know.
Episode 87, we'll all be wearing clown makeup. So.
But stay tuned for season 13, where the lore of Oi,
The lore.
because
Season 14 is the vor, mind you. The vor.
You better not say that on this podcast again, or I will come over there, and I am not joking.
I was
It's a
just waiting
long
for you to
drive.
say, or I will come.
I draw things on the internet. Do you think I haven't seen? I just realized your joke.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So
No,
let's
I'm trying to
wrap it
get
on.
Rob Schneider cast as Donnie, by the way, just so you guys know.
Oh, Rob Schneider. Anyway.
South Park. South Park's pretty disturbing, you know.
Dude, I know.
Dude,
I watched it all the time
Oh, I don't
against
know.
my will with Craig. No offense, Craig, if you're listening.
Hey, Mom.
Donnie, do you want to talk about an album of the week to wrap it up?
Yeah, album of the week. So let's see. Oh shit, this is a tough one. This is really tough.
I'll give you a hint. It's Kevin Cam's Cyanocorbalamin. Go look that up right now. If you can't find it on Bandcamp somewhere. Listen to it. It's good. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I worked really hard on it.
So, yeah, you did the production on it. Anyway, so this is an album I didn't listen to this week. This is an album I got on vinyl this week, actually. And it's called Solid State by Jonathan Coulton. And it's a concept album, and it's really cool. It's about technology and like Big Brother stuff. It's just a really well put together album.
1984.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that type of stuff, but like a little more modern. But he's got some really cool song concepts. Like he's got one, and it's about people posting depressing, stupid shit on Facebook all the time. And so he just looks at pictures of cats to make him happy. And that's
Good.
all the song's about. But some high points on the album are the title track Solid State, All This Time, which is a single he released beforehand. And then Brave is another one, really good one in my
Like the
opinion.
movie?
Yes. If you had the chance to change your farts,
Okay,
would
wait.
ya?
Okay, wait. So, all right. So I gotta bring it up real quick before we leave. So since we've been watching Disney movies at my
Who's
house when we
we?
eat dinner.
Yeah,
my
who's we?
housemates. Sorry.
Who's we,
Um,
you mean?
We've been
So
binging
we ended
Harry
up watching
Potter
the
again.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer with the princesses in it. And the Brave, I don't even know her name, but whatever she is, started
Meredith.
talking.
Jane Brave.
Have you guys heard that? What she says in that?
No.
You can't understand it. So she basically says. So she goes
racist.
like, she says like, I tried to cake my mom did, and but she's like,
Sounds like someone doing a
such
scat
a
solo.
Scottish accent. You can't tell what she's saying. She said like, I baked a cake and it turned my mom to a bear, and my old one tried to do her and herself. If that ain't a mess, I don't know what is. But she says it's so fast and so Scottish, you can't tell what she's saying.
Like I said, you're just being racist.
Okay, you know what?
That's the end of the
Yeah.
podcast.
Hey,
Make sure to
racism.
tune in next week. Hopefully, we get renewed for a season 4.
Yep.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram. We all have our
At Wood
individual
Podcast.
things down in the YouTube description, or
Should we say them
On
out
the
loud
Anchor
because
page.
no one reads descriptions?
I'm just
everybody-
at Max
Putting
Falcon.
faith-
All right, that's a lot, but we'll put faith. Please
I'm-
look, and if you don't, I will come over there.
Well, I'm Donnie Doobs at Donnie DOOBZ. I am the Utah Jazz enthusiast.
No.
I'm at Big Dumbus. You figure out how to spell it.
It's in Greek letters.
Yes. It's in the big wide aesthetic
I have a
font.
Greek Twitter account.
It's
I'm not
big
Greek.
and then dumb US. You
And
get it.
yeah, and follow the Instagram account at Oi Podcast. We post some memes when we're bored, and also a few podcast clips. That's it.
Just in case you want to hear the funnies a second time.
Okay, we're done. Bye.
See ya!